Hey, Tony Gaston here. Now listen, don't give me no lip. Now I'm still in the bed. I work from the bed today. I just feeling a little tired being out there in that sun for them 7 days and came right home, went down to Miami, to the fight. And, that was a drive down there, 4, 5 hours. So I'm feeling a little tired today, but I coached 2 clients today, did a little bit of work, sent out an email letting people know it's the last day to sign up for the growth group. The growth group is on TonyGaskinsAcademy.com, where it's just a group coaching experience that I'm gonna be doing hopefully for the rest of my life, for the rest of my brand, and it'll just build. It'll just build. And the more people it get, the bigger it get, and we'll break it up based on the first letter of your last name. If we have to, if it get big and we gotta say, hey, people who last names start with A through G, we having a call on Tuesday. H through M, we having a call on Wednesday. And if it get big enough to where we could, have us a little seminar with 50 people or 100 people, annual conference, then that's what we'll do. So go to TonyGaskinsAcademy.com. You could join the growth group. And if you don't have a life coach or what it would cost to work with a coach every month is too much, then you could join the growth group for that. Now, I want to pop in and do this here video because I receive this question a lot, and I try to do the Q&As on Instagram, but it's a little draining because I answer the questions kind of short and direct, and I'm talking to the person who asked it, but sometimes a lot of people don't understand it, and then I get all these replies from people. What did this mean? What did that mean? Listen now. I ain't doing no one-on-one coaching. This is a Q&A where I'm answering the question for everybody. But one of the questions I see a lot of times is, why does a guy push you to the edge, make you break up with him, and then he want to be with you? What's the issue? Why does this happen? And with that, I always have to remind you is this what you have to understand with men and the way we do things. And I'm giving this here game away to further help level the playing field. But see, now what you have to understand with men is what's happening is a man, we always want, as humans, we want the path of least resistance. Nobody comes and say, hey, I want my journey to being a CEO, to being an entrepreneur. I want my journey to be as hard as it possibly can be. Nobody says that. So when a man goes into a relationship, no man says, hey, I want my pathway to, getting my wife or being married. I want it to be as hard and as strict as it possibly can be. No man says that. Instead, what the man wants is, and when I say man, yes, I'm speaking of grown boys too, but this go for just men, and it go for humans in general too. This really is a human thing too. What you got to realize and understand. This is a human thing too, because it's like this right here. My wife don't cook every day. My wife don't cook every day. My wife don't clean every day. It's some women in the world that they cook and they clean every day. It's some women who cook every day. And you know why they cook every day? Because their husband ain't going to have no less than them cooking every day. Their husband finna be like, listen, I need a home cooked meal. Get in there and cook me a meal. So guess what? She gonna get in there and cook him a meal because that's what her man requires. That's what her man requires. See, me, I don't require that. So if my wife don't cook, I'm not finna get on and be like, hey, you ain't cook no dinner. I'm around here making a living. I'm around here trying to earn me here money, and you ain't even cook no dinner. And so what she doing right now, she went to get a facial or something. And she on the way home. And you know what I just did? And I done told y'all about this now. Me personally, I go broke to live. I go broke to live. I just booked us some flights to the Maldives, to the Maldives, I just booked us some flights. I ain't even booked the hotel yet. And we ain't got nowhere to stay yet. But I know we going over there. When we going? At the end of July. So listen, I got to work. I got to work with some overtime. I'm gonna have to be out here on the corner selling some oranges, selling some mangoes. I'm finna be having to mow me some lawns. And cause listen, but I got to live. So she out getting her facial. She on the way home. This what I'm doing. I'm booking her some flights. She on the way home. I said, baby, I want some sushi. Her mama cooked today. Her mama cooked for us, and she brought home the food for us. It was some steak with some great onion gravy, with some broccoli, and with some seasoned potatoes sliced up. That thing was good. I ate that now, but I'm still hungry, so I said, babe, I want me a little bit of sushi. So she say, order it, I'll pick it up. I'm not down my wife's throat. You need to be cooking. You need to cook. It's Tuesday. You ain't cooking on a Tuesday. But some men gonna do that. So guess what? My wife, she has a life to where she helped run our business, but she ain't running it right now. You know, it's a whole lot of emails still got to be answered. If you email in, you ain't got no answer. Got to wait till my wife get in there, okay? And so she ain't work, but she get paid on Friday. That because I don't require more because this my wife. That's not no. I'm not a drill sergeant. She not my slave. She ain't my worker. That's my wife. We got kids. She got that privilege. If she's a worker, that's gonna be different. I'm gonna talk to her a little different. All right now, got to get going. But that's my wife. So what you have to understand, this is human nature. So if my wife say, hey, I could get paid on Friday and I ain't got to sit down and answer emails every single day, that's exactly what she gonna do. If I'm pitching a fit and I'm getting mad every day about the emails not being answered, then she gonna answer the emails. You see what I'm saying? So I'm painting this picture so you understand it ain't just men, it's humans. If you go into work late tomorrow and you get there 8:30, nobody say nothing to you, guess what? You coming in 8:30 the next day. You supposed to be there at 8 o'clock. You coming in at 8:30 next day. Anytime you get hung up in a little bit, you finna show up 8:30 if nothing happening. Now you show up 8:30, you get an unexcused tardy to work, and your job has a policy. You get 3 of those, you get rolled up. You get another one, then you get suspended without pay. You get another one, you get terminated. Guess what? You showing up at 8. So this is what you got to understand about a relationship and when you're dealing with an old man. A man is going to test you, and he going to try you, and he going to push you all the way to the point of breakup. And then whatever you dealt with up until the point of breakup, that's what he going, when he begs you back, now he knows or assumes what he can get away with until you ready to throw in the towel. So that's what you have to understand. So when you get to that place, this is what you got to understand. My wife, I came in late. She said, bump. Ooh, this ain't going to fly. So that let me know I can't say I'm going to the club or I'm going here or there. I'm going to be home at midnight and then come back at, what time? You know what? I need to open this little piece of mail. Y'all forgive me because I have to do it right while I'm thinking about it because I'll be done. Got off of here and forgot. And, okay, what y'all want? Okay. All right. Oh, okay. It's by June 30th. Okay. Yeah, let me go ahead and do this. Get on here. Y'all forgive me. I needed to open that right while I was thinking about it because I be done forgot the tag renewal. And so now listen to me now. So when my wife checked me for coming in late, that let me know, okay, can't get away with that. We got into a disagreement. I went to raise my voice. She shut me down. Don't yell at me. Don't talk to me like that. That let me know I can't raise my voice. So 2 months, 3 months into dating, I'm questioning her. Where you at? Who you with? Where you at? What you on? Show me the camera. Blah, 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 blah. I'm asking all these questions. She said, you know what? I think we need to take a break. I'm like, huh? She broke up with me. That let me know I can't be insecure. I can't be jealous. I can't be controlling. So in the first round of dating, she let me know I can't come in the house late. I can't yell at her, get loud with her. I can't be questioning her like she my daughter. She checked me And then she broke up with me. So when I got her back, when we got back together 6 months later, I knew what I couldn't get away with. But look at the message that it sent to me. What it let me know is, if I can't yell, everybody get in an argument and want to yell. If I can't yell at this woman, how am I finna get away with cheating on her? If I can't go out to the club and come back in at 3 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning, how I'm finna get my little piece of behind from somewhere? I'm not. Because I can't stay out all night, because I can't even come in late. So if I can't yell, if I can't question her and control her, if I can't go out and stay out to the time I want to be out, I definitely am not finna get away with cheating on her, putting hands on her, doing nothing to her. This woman here, all I can get away with is cool, calm, and collected conversation, giving my word and keeping my word, being honest, trustworthy, reliable, lovable, being kind, nice, not controlling. Which, what are those things? Those things are a decent human being. So all my wife will accept is me being a decent human being and treating her like she is a decent human being. She's not going to accept any grown boy behavior, any savagery, any nastiness, any disrespect. So when she broke up with me 3 months in, after checking me on a few things and then breaking up with me, it let me know she ain't fooling up with it. And that's what she went back to her ex, because he begged her back. She went back to her ex. I went back to my ex. And my ex let me do her worse than I did her in the first 2 years we was together. My wife went back to her ex, and her ex tried her like a baser, and she broke up with him in 2 months. And then she was single for 4 months, and then me and her reconnected. And whoever she was talking to at that time, they got cut off. And I had went back to my ex, and when I bumped back into my wife and I realized that she was gonna she would allow me a second chance, I broke up with my ex because I never wanted her to begin with. I was just with her. It was a thing of convenience. It was just to have somebody so that I wouldn't be alone. I called and said, we done. How many times have that happened? That happened all the time to women, to where you put up with a man and you let him dog you out, mistreat you, do all of this to you, and then he break up with you and he go get with somebody else. And then he'll come back to you and you take him back. He dog you out some more and then he break up with you again. I did that. That's how I know the game. I was a grown boy. I did the worst of the worst. That's how I know the game. And that's why I give away the game, so you don't have to go through this. Because all that do is it break down society. It break down our women. It break down our household. It break down our family. And then our children are being raised by broken women and broken men. And so when I got my wife back, I knew what I couldn't get away with. And so by me operating and living inside of what I could do, that made our relationship pure and healthy. And that's why we've been married over 14 years now, and we're 100% happy. That when my wife out getting a facial, I'm at the house booking flights to the Maldives because I'm in love. And I want to fly on that plane for them 30 hours, looking her in her face, rubbing her feet. And I want to get over there for them 4-5 nights we're going to be there. And I want to be over there spending that good time. You hear me? Because I'm in love. So that's what I want you to understand. Like, a man, the reason why he push you, break, do all this to you, cheat on you, do it, everything that he trying to do, because he want to see how much you'll put up with. So that's why you got to shut it down. When he yell at you, you got to shut that down. When he lied to you the first time, you got to shut it down. When he curse at you, when he go out and he don't show up, he don't call, he don't come in at night, you got to shut it down. Because the earlier you walk away, the faster you break up with him in the beginning, the faster you walk away to where he don't know if you gone or not. He just know you said, you know what, we need to take a break. You know what, we done. And you go on about your business. The faster you cut him off in the beginning, the less he could get away with, and the more he gonna do. And the more he gonna do for you to be with you and to do right and to be right, because now you showed him you ain't gonna put up. But when you let a man knock you down and drag you out, when you finally leave him 5 years in and you done been cheated on 10 times, 5 times, 3 times, how many times he done put hands on you, he done did everything. Now you show him that he could come back. And as long as he bring you up for air right before he drown you, you gonna be fine. Because you let him string you all the way out. You got to show him up front from the go what ain't gonna fly. And then he know how not to try you. So that's why when women say, Tony, why does a man do all of this wrong? And then when you break up with him, that's when he all wants you back and he begging and pleading and crying and snotting out the nose and all of this. And it's because a man want to test you and push you all the way to your edge. So he know how far he can go and what all he can get away with, so that for the rest of his life, he knows how much he can do and when he got to shut it down and turn it off before you lose your wits about you and before you go off. So that's why you get that treatment, and that's why he try to act right after you break up with him, after you go on about your business. And so you have to look and see, what have you put up with? And if what you've put up with is too much, if it's cheating, beating, if it's all of that right there, it's not worth going back. If you cut him off early to where you only had to put up with a little bit of little nonsense, little petty stuff before you walked away, then it's worth a second chance, because you done sent him a message that's so real, that's so raw, that's so direct that he like, okay, I got to come all the way correct. This woman ain't with no games. That's what you got to understand. Hey, this is Tony Gaskin. God bless you. We'll talk soon.